that?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so in 2022, I received an Australian Human Rights Commission complaint citing gender identity discrimination. And to settle it, basically, I would have to let this man on the app, let all men who claim to be women on the app, go to sex and gender education, which could only be one thing, pay him $20,000 and moderate all the content on the app so that no man who claims to be a woman was offended. And I was like, I'm not doing any of that.
And this is an app specifically for women?
It was just an app for women. And I mean, I don't even remember removing him because men would get on and we would remove them. Like, this was not an event. And so I was just like, absolutely no way am I going to agree to any of this. I was also, at the time, I was 15 weeks pregnant when I got the complaint. And so as we were going through the process, by the time it was like time for me to make a decision whether I would settle or not, I mean, I'd had scans. I'd found out I was having a girl. I was like, sex is not assigned at birth. Like, I know, this is just nonsense. My lived experience is proving what you guys are saying is nonsense. So I said no, and it escalated to federal court. And it's been a long process, obviously. And last year we got the decision where the judge decided that sex is changeable. Men can be women. Gender identity is more important than sex in law. And yeah, I mean, it was as crazy as you can imagine.
And extraordinarily, you were shown an image in court that made you laugh. What happened next?
So basically, during cross-examination, I was asked to sort of turn to the court book to have a look at an image that was a meme someone else had created of Roxanne Tickle. And it was, the aim of it was to be a funny meme, and it was sort of saying that he just didn't like the smell of sweaty balls. It was sort of like paraphrasing him off an interview he had done on SBS in Australia. And it was just, the situation was so insane. I mean, federal court being asked to look at a meme that says sweaty balls. And I laughed at it. I laughed at it because it was just, this is so surreal. Yeah. And because of that, the damages that Tickle was awarded, $10,000 because I laughed.
Astonishing, hurt feelings. Now, Catherine, you're representing your solicitor in this case, and what seems extraordinary to me is that the judge has decided, based on law, that sex is changeable and can't be fixed or can't be decided. What implications does this have, not only in Australia but also around the world?
Well, this is setting a precedent in the war between gender identity and sex-based rights. And here in Australia, the judge decided that gender identity takes primacy. He also redefined sex to say that it is changeable, it is not binary, and it is not necessarily rooted in biology. It can also be how you are perceived by others and how you socially present yourself. So obviously that has grave implications for women. But further to that, the way that it was decided was the judge relied on decisions within tribunals at the United Nations. So these are faceless, unaccountable bureaucrats who've made decisions about sort of discrete, very specific circumstances and then applied it to our domestic law. So we're seeing the United Nations able to intrude upon national sovereignty for our ability, like overriding domestic law. So for any other common law countries that are faced with this question and that are signed up as member nation states to bodies like the United Nations, I mean, we're seeing this intrusion into national sovereignty. So this has very grave implications for other common law countries.
Now, Sall, it would have been easier for you to, especially being pregnant, to just say, I can't be bothered to fight this case, but you've been extraordinarily brave. And, you know, there are comic aspects of this case. It's called Giggle versus Tickle. But it's not comic for you, is it? What have been the consequences? And also you, Catherine, what have been the consequences personally, very, very quickly?
Well, I mean, you say sort of it would have been easy. No, it wouldn't. I am actually a woman. I have a daughter. Kath has 3 daughters. It wouldn't be easy to sit back and just accept that, like, we had been erased in law. It's easier to actually fight because you go, oh, we can actually win this in the end. So I don't regret it for a second, but I am very much looking forward to when it's over.